Hello everybody, welcome back. So today is the first video installment in the Everyday Carry series. In this series we will be covering key aspects of everyday carry, both on person and in an EDC bag. I will refer to the EDC bag as the extended EDC. So, what is everyday carry? Well, everyday carry is the tools and gear we carry on our person every day. Wallets, keys, cell phones, pocket knives, multi-tools, firearms, pens, watches, etc., etc., etc. And I, unfortunately, won't be really covering the gun aspect because I'm not allowed to carry a firearm. I live in Canada. We have very strict gun laws, and toting around a pistol is just not legal here. Unfortunately, I mean, if it was, I would probably carry one. I understand why people do, but I legally can't. So your everyday carry consists of things you may find yourself needing throughout your day-to-day life. It is being prepared for things that may arise. For some people, that is the doomsday prepper thing, and they have excess amount of stuff in their EDC bag that will allow them to survive 48 hours in the woods. I don't have that type of EDC. I try to be prepared for what may happen, but I don't leave my house thinking that this could be the last day that civilization exists. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just each person's different. My EDC caters more towards what I find myself actually needing every day, 95% of the time. I mean, most of my EDC, I can pull it out and need it and use it every day. And your EDC should be catered to your daily activities and your daily lifestyle. I.e., so what works for me may not work for you, vice versa. Your everyday carry, especially when you're starting out, will evolve. What works for what works when you start out may not work later on. You may need to upgrade certain things, downgrade certain things, start carrying something, stop carrying something, etc., etc. Because your life changes, and your EDC should reflect that. It's also important for you to think about what you're doing that day. So you may find yourself needing to upgrade or downgrade your EDC depending on what you're doing that day. If you're going out in the woods, you need to cater your EDC to that. If you're going to like a public event, like to a baseball game where they got metal detectors and yada yada yada, you need to cater your EDC to that. You don't want to carry something that they're going to take away from you, or carry something that won't benefit you in that situation, whatever it may be. Some people, their everyday carry is the same for work as it is outside of work. Some people, they cater their whole everyday carry to their work, which is fine. I work in concrete, so it's very dirty, very dusty. So I like to keep the key items from my EDC for work separate. This way, I can localize the amount of unnecessary dirt and debris that gets collected to those key items. And I have a complete separate everyday carry that's constantly changing because I like to buy new gear. I like to switch it up. I get bored of certain pocket knives. I like to, match my EDC to what I'm wearing sometimes, or I just like to purchase new gear so I can test it out, so I can review it for you guys, etc., etc., etc. So your everyday carry, before I knew really what everyday carry was, I carried what I consider to be the key items, the basic items. I mean, most people that have no idea what EDC is, they actually have some type of EDC on them without even really knowing or understanding it. So your basic fundamentals that 95% of the population carries. It's your wallet, car keys, and cell phone. So I remember way back in the day I carried those three things plus a pocket knife, and it was a buck bantam. I carried that thing for years. And I literally abused the crap out of it. I never really put much thought into what I found myself using or needing every day. So every day I left the house with those four things. And I found myself constantly wedging my knife into like screws to tighten or loosen, flatheads, Phillips, scraping, prying, jabbing, and because I misused my knife and I abused my knife, I had like little nicks in the blade that I would sharpen out, and I just really put that knife through unnecessary torture in every day before I clued in that I need to rethink what I carry every day. I got a knife as a gift. Thought it was a really cool knife. It was nothing special, but it was a cool knife. Started carrying it, and again, misusing it, I ended up breaking it. So that led me to start thinking of like what is important, like what should I be carrying every day, and that made me realize the importance of a multi-tool. Multi-tools come in different sizes and whatever for different people, but it led me to understand the importance of me personally carrying a multi-tool and why I started carrying a multi-tool. And then I found EDC videos on YouTube that made me understand what everyday carry was, and made me start to really put a lot of thought and a lot of, paying attention every day to what I was using my knives for, or what I found myself wishing I had. Carried a Swiss Army knife, that gave me some screwdrivers, and then it was like, oh man, you know what I could really use right now is a pair of pliers. So that led me to start carrying a plier-based multi-tool, etc., etc., etc. My wife, she carries a plier-based multi-tool. Actually, she carries the Gerber Dime in her purse. She's not an EDC, person whatsoever, but she does carry that. I got it for her as a gift, and she finds herself using that all the time. The package opener, the pliers, the tweezers in the handle. She loves carrying that little Gerber Dime. So your everyday carry is very important, and I think anyone can benefit from carrying stuff that can help them in their day-to-day lives. Most people don't carry a pocket knife, and I tell them, just carry a small one. Just carry it for a week. If you don't pull out of your pocket at all during that week, then yeah, you probably don't need a pocket knife in your EDC. A lot of people seem to think that we only carry knives for defense or for... It's not true. I will use my knife for defense if I absolutely have to, but it's not in my mindset whatsoever. I carry it because I need to cut things. So for certain people that I've talked to, they don't carry a pocket knife, telling me that they have no reason to. Why would they carry one? And I say, carry it for a week. Carry a pocket knife for 1 week. If you can tell me after 7 days you have not pulled that knife out at all, then you're right. You probably don't need a pocket knife in your daily leave the house carry. But if you pulled it out, and you'll be surprised how many times you find yourself needing that knife. My one friend that never carried a knife told me he wouldn't need to. I challenged him to carry it for 7 days, and after that week, he was just like, man, crazy. Like, I never realized how many times, I did something that would have made life easier if I had a knife. The key jab. See people with their keys, they're jabbing a plastic package, or the teeth, they're using your teeth like a dog. Just it's funny for me to watch. A knife, just look at that. Oh, it's open. You don't need to gnaw on it with your teeth or poke it with your fingers or do the key jab, trying to use your key as a knife. Like, if you're doing those things at all, chances are you can benefit from putting some thought into your everyday carry. And pocket knife, a multi-tool can go a long way. Flashlight, I mean, it gets dark, always gets dark. You don't need to carry some big fancy tactical 1,000 lumen flashlight. I mean, something like this little guy here, I mean, this will pretty much fall anywhere. Got a pocket clip, it'll sit in your pocket. You won't even know what's there until you need it. So that's what this series is going to be consisting of, is going through key features, why I carry things, why I don't carry things, and the different aspects of it. And really, you can have a pretty good everyday carry system no matter what your budget is. There's a lot of budget friendly stuff, there's also a lot of high-end stuff, so you can be anywhere in the spectrum, and you can find stuff to better your EDC and make your life day-to-day easier. So please like this video, comment down below. I really like the comments. Let me know key features that you carry in your everyday carry. Let me know certain topics you want me to cover during this series, and like, comment, and subscribe. The subscriptions help, the likes on the video help, they really do. So please enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. And hopefully this series is something that everyone's going to enjoy, and hopefully I can do this pretty well. Anyways, I'm the Everyday Guy. Thank you for stopping by, and have yourself a great weekend. I'm out.